evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the inaugural meeting of the new Village of Lions Bay Council 2022 to 2026 edition. We were expecting to have Judge Reginald Harris here with us tonight to perform the ceremonial taking of the oaths of office of the new council, but unfortunately he's away and he's not here. So as the corporate officer, I have the power to do that. I've done it before in other local governments. So without further ado, because we have to commence the meeting by 7:15 at the latest, I will now at 7:13 call this meeting to order. And so we begin with the oath of office and swearing-in ceremony. And I'll call members of council up to the podium one by one and ask you to take the oath and read out the oath. I'll begin with Mayor-elect Ken Berry.
I, Ken Berry, do solemnly swear and affirm that I'm qualified to hold the office of mayor for the Village of Lions Bay, to which I have been elected. I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act and the Local Elections Campaign Financing Act in relation to my election to this office. I will abide by all the rules related to the conflicts of interest under the community charter. I will carry out my duties with integrity. I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties. I will be respectful of others. I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration. I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
Councillor Neville Abbott.
I, Neville Abbott, do solemnly swear or affirm, I, Neville Abbott, do solemnly swear that I am qualified to hold the office of the Council of the Village of Lions Bay, to which I have been elected. I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act and the Local Election Campaign Financing Act in my relation to my election to this office. I will abide by all the rules related to conflicts of interest under the Community Charter. I will carry out my duties with integrity. I will be accountable for the decisions I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties. I will be respectful to others. I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration. I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Councillor Norm Barma.
I, Norm Barmeyer, do solemnly swear or affirm that I'm qualified to hold the office of councillor for the Village of Lions Bay, to which I've been elected. I've complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act and the Local Elections Campaign Financing Act in relation to my election to this office. I will abide by all rules related to conflict of interest under the Community Charter. I will carry out my duties with integrity. I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties. I will be respectful of others. I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration. I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Councillor-elect Michael Brother.
I, Michael Broden, do solemnly swear that I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the Village of Lions Bay, for which I have been elected. I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act and the Local Elections Campaign and Financing Act in relation to my election to this office. I swear I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter. I will carry out my duties with integrity. I will be accountable for decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties. I swear I will be respectful of others. I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration. I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law. Thank you.
And Councillor-elect Marcus Reuter.
I, Marcus Reuter, do solemnly swear that I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the Village of Lions Bay, to which I've been elected. I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act and Local Elections Campaign Financing Act in relation to my election to this office. I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the community charter. I will carry out my duties with integrity. I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties. I will be respectful of others and demonstrate leadership and collaboration, and will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new village council for the years 2022 to 2026.
All right, thank you, Peter. As mayor, I'll assume responsibility as chair of the meeting, and I'd like to appoint Marcus Reuter as secretary to take minutes for the meeting. The first item is the code of conduct. I'd like to call for a motion to table the code of conduct until such time as the councillors and mayor have a time to review the document.
So moved.
Move second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Adoption of the agenda. We'd like to introduce a couple additional business matters. We'll approve the agenda with the addition of the school board results, which came to us late this afternoon. I believe you have those, Peter. And one announcement that we'll have later on in the agenda. So may I have a motion to approve the additions? Okay, second.
Second.
All in favor?
Yep.
Approved. Motion carried. Okay. So the next item is the mayor's address. So, why don't I go up to the podium? Okay. I'd just like to say I'm honored to welcome you to this inaugural event. It means a great deal to me to be standing here before you today in the capacity of Mayor of Lions Bay. I want to thank all the voters for their passionate commitment to our magnificent home and for exercising your democratic right to vote. I would also like to thank, well, we're going to cross Judge Harris. So, I'll thank Peter then for presiding over the event. On behalf of the residents, I'd also like to extend our thanks to outgoing Mayor Ron McLaughlin, who wasn't able to make it this evening, and Councillors Fred Bain and Jamie Tunnell. gift that one of our local residents, Jim Cannell, carved for you. So.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for all your service.
Pleasure. Good luck.
Thank you very much for all the years you gave to the village. I appreciate this.
Thank you.
Hopefully we fill this year. I'd also like to thank my fellow council members who put their names forward to serve this community, Neville Abbott, Lauren Barnier, Michael Broughton, and Marcus Reuter. Congratulations on your success, and I look forward to working with you. On that note, let me assure you that I intend to represent all residents of Lions Bay to the fullest extent of my abilities, not just those who voted for me, and not just those who agree with me. I was raised as a young boy with 4 brothers on a home team and later played on many sports teams and was just one of 20 players in each of these teams. Team play is my strength and has been my approach to successfully operating in both life as a professional athlete and a CEO. I'm a straightforward person who approaches every challenge in a culture of transparency. I believe in confronting and resolving issues before they fester with a healthy regard for harmony and respect for all. I work best with others. I'm not afraid to call the play when it's required, and we'll get things done during this term. As for where we find ourselves today, to quote Bob Dylan, the times are a-changing. Although in view of the fact that he wrote that song in 1964, I guess we can consider that change is the rule rather than the exception. In the course of door knocking and listening to the tenor of our community, I heard many longtime residents tell me that this was the most engaged they've been in the last 45 years. That statement suggests 2 things to me. First, that this is a particular moment in time where people need each other again to check in and to share and de-isolate themselves from the polarization and uncertainty of our recent times. And second, that people need to know their interests are being prudently and transparently represented here. That the management and operation of the village and administration in respect of our most significant financial investment, our homes, and is always with the highest regard for the Lions Bay residents, both individually and in the community. As for the job at hand, the good news is that the majority of the council are aligned in our goals to make a measurable difference during the next 4 years in office. Our council is committed to getting work done as soon as possible. In this regard, I'll be calling a special meeting later this week to discuss and prioritize key issues that will serve as a foundation of open, responsible, and accountable governance and operational activity. Lastly, we have also received an overwhelming response from individuals offering to volunteer for various committees. I know I'm not alone when I say a major regret for me personally is that we do not have any women sitting up here at the table. From our conversations with many of the ladies and women in the village, I'm confident that they will assume a strong presence in our committees. All residents can make a difference in Lions Bay, and I would encourage you to get involved when you want for as short or as long as you can. Lions Bay spirit and culture is derived from a sense of community brought about by valued volunteers. If anyone has an interest in joining our committees, please forward a brief note and bio to the village office. No single mayor, city council member, or staffer, resident, or volunteer can realize the future of this village alone. We need to work together to implement our shared vision of the community of Lions Bay. I invite everyone to come together to invest in our community and our long-term future within it. Let's leave a legacy of activity, engagement, and accomplishment that our children and grandchildren can point to with pride. With that, I look forward to serving as your mayor, and thank you very much for coming out this evening. Okay, back to business. Peter, you've got some reports for us, the CAO information report, I
Yeah.
believe, and the oath of office, or sorry, yeah, the oath of office, we'll take that. Are you going to recommend that?
Yes, so there's an information report regarding oath of office and code of conduct, referencing letters from the Ministry of Municipal Affairs regarding new requirements in respect of the oath of office and code of conduct. You've already signed the updated form of the oath, and the ministry's letter is attached to that report. It is required by regulation now for all incoming councils to consider adopting a new code of conduct or to review an existing code of conduct within the first 6 months of their term. And I think you're going to refer that to an upcoming meeting. And that's it for that report.
Do we have the chief election officer present?
Yeah, you might want to maybe make a motion
Motion to
to
defer that.
receive the report.
Okay. Do we have a motion to receive the report? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Motion carried.
So the second report is one that was written by Linda Brick, the Chief Election Officer. She provides in that report the official election results from the Village of Lions Bay election. So the results are officially set out within the report. And there's a consolidation or accounting of all the votes, all the ballots as required by the Local Government Act, and Linda has certified the results as the Chief Election Officer. As noted by Mayor Barry, there was an addendum that we received a little late, but it was in respect of the official election results for the School District 45, and so that's received on table as, or put forward on table as an addendum to this report.
Okay, do we have a motion to receive the report? Second? All in favor? Aye, motion carried. Okay, resolution to appoint directors and alternate director of Metro Vancouver Regional District Board of Directors. The recommendation is that the council appoint Mayor Ken Berry as the Village of Lions Bay Municipal Director to the Metro Vancouver Regional District Board of Directors effective November 1st, 2022. And that council appoint Councillor Michael Broughton as the Village of Lions Bay alternate municipal director to the Metro Vancouver Regional District Board of Directors effective November 1st. Do we have a motion? Second? Okay, all in favor? Motion carried. Resolution to appoint the banking signatories. The recommendation is that Mayor Ken Berry be added to the banking signatory in accordance with the requirements of the Bank of Nova Scotia, and that former Mayor Ron McLaughlin be removed from the banking signatory in accordance with the requirements of the Bank of Nova Scotia. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second? All in favor? All right, motion carried. And a resolution to adopt acting mayor's schedule. The recommendation that the following acting mayor's schedule be approved. November to January, Councillor Abbott. February to April, Councillor Barmier. May to July, Councillor Broughton. August to October, Councillor Reuter. Do we have a motion to approve that schedule? Second? All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Now, you were advising that we needed a motion to defer the code of conduct?
I think you already did that, did you not?
Yeah, okay, we did that. Okay, all right. Now, I had mentioned earlier, we will be calling a special meeting for November 4th. That'll be Friday at 6 p.m. Do I have a motion to approve that meeting, that special meeting? Second? All in favor?
Do we have an agenda on that meeting yet?
We'll be posting an agenda to the City Village website tomorrow. I've got a draft agenda here that I'll hand out to the councillors, and we can review that and provide any edits and come back, and the final version will be posted sometime either tomorrow or within 24 hours of the special meeting.
Okay, so we can see that agenda this evening?
Yes, I'll hand it out here. And we've discussed that individually prior, so I'll hand that out. Okay, so that motion was approved? Okay. And
6 p.m. was it?
6 p.m. on Friday. So the agenda will be posted to the village website, and everyone will have an opportunity to review that. And of course, hopefully it'll come out for Friday's meeting. Okay, the next item on the agenda was the Bear Smart, and I think we were talking to Neville, maybe you just would say a few words.
Okay, I didn't
There's
realize.
nothing formal on that. Sorry, I had that in my agenda, and I think I jotted that down. Did you want to comment on that?
Well, okay, I did send an email today saying I think this is important enough to put on the agenda.
Okay.
I didn't actually mean I was going to bring it to the agenda this evening.
Okay.
So I haven't actually prepared anything.
Okay, not a problem.
Well,
I think Neville had identified with Halloween, of course, there were a lot of pumpkins and celebration, and there's been bears and raccoons, and I know we've seen them running all around the street, so I think that was, Neville identified that early and put out a notice.
Yeah, I did. So I put something on Facebook, something in the village update tonight. Just appeal to everyone to please speak to your neighbours. Put the pumpkins inside. Bears eat pumpkins. Those that haven't been hearing the speech over the last few years, they learn behaviour. If a bear eats a pumpkin once, he's going to go around the village and eat every pumpkin he can see. It's guaranteed. That's how they behave. And then we're going to kill a third bear this year. And I'll find that very disappointing, or more than disappointing. So please encourage your neighbours, get the pumpkins in, get their tractors off the street. We've got a few more weeks and the bears are going to go hibernate. Thanks.
All right, thanks for that, Neville. Okay, the next item, number 8 on the agenda, was public questions and comments. So if there's any members of the public that would like to comment, I think we had allowed some time for that. So please come forward. You can come to the podium if you'd like, or just stand where you are, whatever you're more comfortable. But if there's any comments or questions for the council. No? Okay. Oh, sorry.
There's always one.
Simon's with the Catson House Sound Vice Region Initiative, and I congratulate Council. Thank you for your service for the next 4 years. I look forward to working with you on the development of our biospheres management plan for House Sound the next 10 years ahead. We have a forum this Friday, and then, this coming Saturday, and I know you are attending, and you're welcome, more of you to attend. So my question is, just a confirmation again of ongoing commitment to participate in the House Sound community forums, and the council just signed off on an MOU, its commitment towards the long-term partnership with the Biosphere Initiative to further the objectives of UNESCO Biosphere Regions. So I guess my just ask is to get that confirmation going forward will be much appreciated.
All right. Thanks for that, Ruth. So personally, I'm looking forward to going. I believe it's on the 4th to your function. The 5th, sorry. Saturday the 5th. Learning more about the Biosphere program. So thank you very much for the invitation. Anyone else?
I'll be attending on the 5th as well, so I'll really look forward to that. But I think everyone in Lions Bay has a real commitment to the Howe Sound community and the Howe Sound Community Forum, so I'm certain that we'll be signing on to whatever is required of council.
Good. Anyone else like to say a few words? No? Okay.
Maybe I'll
Oh,
just
sorry.
just one word. Congratulations to everybody. And 2 more words. Thank you for a few more words. Thank you for your 4 years of service, Jamie, and for your 11 years of service, Brad. Just wonderful. And congratulations to you.
Okay. Well said, Brenda. Okay, with that, if there's no other questions, we'll adjourn the meeting. Do we have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Second? All in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you very much again for coming out, and I guess we'll circulate it around a little bit and talk about, I think, all of the Halloween festivals that took place. Surprising that it was all cleaned up as well as it is, because I heard it was amazing. No, I heard it was fabulous. Nothing but positive feedback. The events committee, Riley and Ryan here this evening, have just done a wonderful job and have taken the torch from many others in the community that carried that for years. So.
Thanks.